everybody. Welcome to the channel. I don't think we have anybody on just yet, so I'm going to hang out for a few minutes and see if somebody jumps on, somebody or anybody. Just gonna, well, somebody is off and on. Hello, whoever that is. Just on tonight to open I picked up a Jace spell book. Figured I'd open one up, why not? Figured it'd be some good fun. Also picked up some other stuff just for the fun of it. Pack of Iconic Masters, 5 packs of my seemingly recently lucky set. Maybe I can get lucky and hit another invention. And hopefully a few people show up on the channel, but we'll do a random selection, and somebody on the stream tonight will win, or we'll do like a guess the number 1 through 10 type thing. Somebody on the stream that'll win relic token pack. I'll open it on the channel, and then whoever wins it gets the content. So just figure we'd have some fun and open some stuff here. So wait and see how many people get on. Whoever's on right now, shout out, let me know you're here. It's a quiet night tonight, home alone, so decided to do something fun. Sorry, I'm trying to tweak my settings right now. It says I have bad video settings. Current keyframe frequency is 7.8 seconds. I don't know how to change that. Oh, we got on low latency. I'm gonna restart the live stream here. Maybe I can do it from here. There we go. Seem to have recovered to normalcy. I guess we have a mystery character in our stream. Just a sec, I'll be back. Grab something to drink. Alright, I'm back. Still only one watcher, okay. I'll go ahead and crack something right now, just for my one viewer. Whoever you are. And open the Iconic Masters. It's filming anyway, so. Maybe we can hit that foil mana drain. Oh, we hit a mana leak. Not quite, but quite a mana drain, but we'll see. We have a Distortion Strike, a Gutter Snipe. He's getting reprinted in M19. A Trepanation Blade. Actually, never seen that card before. And we have a Curse of Predation. Curse of Predation is a 3-mana enchantment or a curse enchant player. Whenever a creature attacks a enchanted player, put a 1/1 counter on it. And we have a foil. Our foil is Crowned Ceratok. I'm not sure of the value of Curse of Predation. Never even pulled that card. Yeah, 16 cents. Good solid 16-cent card. And it's pretty darn off-centered for a Masters set. Real mastery there. Way off-center. They almost cut it all the way to the color. Thanks for that, Wizards. But at least have 2 people on before I open anything else. That's interesting. There's not one other card in this entire pack that's off-center, but the rare. I mean, it must have been a sheet of rares that they cut bad. I don't know what the heck YouTube's talking about. Key frame rate warning, but I'll have to figure that out later. Alright, guess that's all we're going to have. I might as well open stuff I got here. So I'll open the Jace Spellbook last. I'm going to go ahead and open Aether Revolt. See if we can get another invention. We have a foil. Definitely have an extremely shiny foil. We have a Death Dismissal, a Vengeful Rebel, a Lifecraft Awakening, and we have a Heroic Intervention, and a Yahenni's Expertise is that foil. It's a cool foil. Well, Yahenni's Expertise. It's getting played in Black Control. I know that. And Heroic Intervention's a solid hit. Not the shiny I was thinking it was. I'll definitely take a foil rare out of 5 packs. Alright, no foil here. We have an Ornithopter, Renegade Wheelsmith, and Rage Giant. It's nice to be actually be able to see the card name this time, know what it actually is. Rage Giant and a Baral. Very nice. Baral, Chief of Compliance. So we've hit value out of every pack so far. Very nice. Heroic Intervention's a $5 card. Baral's still 3 or 4. You got spanked out of Brawl, but it's not too bad. Yeah, I updated the channel logo. Was looking for something different, so I went with a different channel logo, and I'm working on some custom art instead of the Dovahkiin. But it looked nice. It was more Viking related. So we have Lifecrafter's Gift, an Outland Boar, an Aerial Modification, and a Rishkar's Expertise. Plains and a Gremlin token. Two packs left. We have a Weldfast Engineer, Treasure Keeper, Aerial Modification, and a Lifecrafter's Bestiary. The mono green being big again. This is actually a good card. And we have a foil Chandra's Revolution. That's a cool looking foil. I don't recall seeing that card before. I don't think I've ever pulled it in foil, that's for sure. That's pretty cool. You could do 4 damage to tap to a target creature and then tap one of their lands, and they can untap at their next step. Yeah, I open packs for the fun of it and for decks. I love opening packs, cracking cards, and I'll put them in the decks if I want them. Generally will. If I pull full foil versions of cards, I'll definitely put them in my decks as well. And then a lot of the cards, whatever I don't use for a deck or don't need, that I don't trade to the shop, I'll take and I'll give to new players at the LGS where both LGSs where I play events, because it's hard to, when you're getting into the game, it's really hard to blow that money. Whether you don't know if it's a game you're going to want to play in the long run, and what do you want to do? Throw down 100? I play Modern, Standard, and Brawl. I don't play as much Modern because there's one shop here that has a Modern event, and that's Sundays at 6, and they don't always run it. So it's kind of hard to go play. None of the other shops run a Modern event on a regular basis. But so most of what I play is Standard. And if I can find a Brawl tournament now that Brawl's out, I love playing Brawl. Brawl's awesome. I think it's a great format. I think it's going to catch on. But we'll see. Last pack. No foil here. We have a Restoration Specialist, a Perilous Predicament, a Monstrous Onslaught, and a Call for Unity. Meh. It's alright. Not too bad out of 5 packs. We had a Baral, a Heroic Intervention, Rishkar's Expertise, Lifecrafter's Bestiary. Some pretty good cards, and we got the foil Yennies. That'll go right into a black control deck I've been playing. It's pretty off-center, though. I'm seeing that now. It's in foil, so it's kind of hard to see, but it's pretty off-center to the bottom. It's almost hitting that text. It's almost hitting the numbering at the bottom. And Wizards doesn't know how to mess up the printing. But, hey, it's foil, so you won't really notice it. I got this. Might as well crack it now. Yeah, it is always nice to pull a foil rare. Pulling foil rares is sweet. And it's always nice to pull a foil rare when you only buy a handful of packs from your LGS too. I always kind of feel bad because you know that there's that other guy that's going to come along and buy a grip more packs than you did and get no foil rare. Well, possibly. So, but I don't feel that bad for him. It's mine. We'll go ahead and open this. I watched Mr. Bevers open one of these. It seemed pretty fun, and I just grabbed one today on the way home from work. Go ahead and see what I get. He got a Blue Elemental Blast. I've heard the money card to get is the Brainstorm. I'm hoping for a counter spell, a negate, or a Brainstorm. That's what I'm looking for. I'd like a negate for standard play. The Jace spellbook, this is 20 bucks. So if you can hit the Brainstorm, that's great. 20 bucks isn't terrible when you know you're getting a premium foil and all that. But I wouldn't buy more than one. I'm hoping they'll do a Liliana's spellbook. I like Liliana more than... that is really tough packaging. Holy cow, I want to wreck the box opening it. Give me just a second, I need a blade. I don't even know what I did with my pocket knife last time I used it. I'm not in the kitchen, so I'm not using my original patented kitchen knife. Alright. And it's, 20 bucks is it's a lot to spend, but maybe if you're going to buy a bunch of them, it's a lot to spend. But I'm not buying a lot of them, just buying the one. So let's see what we got here. It doesn't open all the way. It kind of, I don't know, it kind of sticks. It doesn't actually come out. So I suppose you'll rip it if you do. That is stuck together. It's like Bever said, that is really dumb. Sticking this together with glue. There's no reason to do that because it's in the box tight. So I don't get that. That gunk off there. And it says the mind can be your greatest weapon or your greatest weakness. Your mind can get you into a whole lot of trouble. Both of your minds, that's for sure. Alright. Let's crack this here pack. Who else is on with us? We got 3 watching, but I only see 1 in the comments. This pack just won't pop. Man, that's so serious. I'm trying not to destroy the cards opening it. I got big clumsy hands. Yeah, I know 20 bucks is a lot, but the foil, I guess the foil from these can end up being worth a pretty penny. You get 1 foil, so I'm not sure where it is in the stack. I'm pretty sure that's not it. So I really hope it's not, because I heard he's the cruddy one. I'm guessing that's it. Alright, so we have Threads of Disloyalty, Negate, Mystical Tutor, Gifts Ungiven, Counterspell, Brainstorm, Blue Elemental Blast, Jace Beleren, And our foil is already nice and bent, is a negate. Look at that bend already. I just opened this product and look at that bend. That's ridiculous for a premium product. I can't even, it's unreal. For a premium product, it's bent straight out of the pack. I want to show something here. I'm going to pull some old school out here. Get into my old school bulk box. Oh, never mind, I can't get to it right now. But yeah, I will probably throw that into my standard deck, that's for sure. Probably a good idea. But I was going to pull some alpha stuff out, but I don't have it in quick access right now. I've got alpha cards that don't bend whatsoever. You could put them in 120 degree heat and they wouldn't bend at all. I've got Mercadian Mask on the original foils. Mercadian Masks and all the sets, the first couple foil sets. I've got foil rares from those that are just absolutely flat, flawless, no bend at all. And I get this, and you can it's almost got enough of a bend that you can stand it up, almost. So it's just kind of, that ticks me off. You know, if I buy a $20 premium product, I don't want a bent card. But it is pretty. These are actually really pretty. The Jace Bellerin, I don't quite get why they did him. They should have done Baby Jace. You know, I really think they should have done Baby Jace, but it would have murdered the only reason to buy Origins packs, that's for sure. The Blue Elemental Blast, the Brainstorm. I guess the foil Brainstorm is going for a pretty penny. Counterspell, Gifts Ungiven, Mystical Tutor, Negate, Threads of Disloyalty. So, somebody hopped off, but I think Jay Shing's the only one commenting in chat right now, and whoever else, the other person was, hopped off. So it looks like Jay Shing wins the pack of tokens. If you want it, you can shoot me your email in chat, and you can exchange emails, and I will. I can actually give you an email to. I'll actually give you an email in chat to send your info to, and I'll ship them to you if you want. It's which one will I give you? Just send if you want to send me your address, send it to me, and I'll ship you whatever we get out of these relic tokens. Said it was going to do it at the beginning, so I'll do it. Just email that email. That's my email address I'm using just for this purpose. So let's see what we got. Alright, so we have a soldier token, flying spirit token, and a foil soldier token. Not bad. So you had a foil soldier token. So if you're still here, Jishing, that's all yours. If you want the if you want me to mail these to you, I'll mail them to you, and just shoot me your address to that email I sent you, and we'll go from there. So they're nice. They're very pretty. So, and this is what I've hit so far for tokens. I have opened a couple of these. I've almost won every time I went to an event. Oh, okay. Oh, hold on, in case you win something else. Got it. If you live overseas, yeah, overseas shipping can be a nightmare. I know all about it. Sold something to a guy, and he was in Russia, and I underestimated the cost of shipping to Russia. So he and I had to work out a little different compensation method. So it's like, dude, I can't spend what I was gonna have to spend on shipping. It was gonna cost me. I sold him a little one computer. I had a computer, old one, that I'd souped up a little bit, and it was maybe worth, I think it sold for like $160, and he asked me to ship it to Russia, and I'd done, I think it charged him like $31 for shipping, and then I went to ship it, and it was like $120 to ship to Russia. I'm like, yeah, that's not gonna work. We're gonna have to adjust the shipping costs. So, yeah, I got a foil snake. That was kind of cool, and I already have a foil soldier, and I got 2 cats and 2 insects. They seem to be pretty repetitive what you get. I really wanted a night token. I don't know if there is a night token. Oh, you live in Canada. You're like Bevers. You're a Canada guy. I'm in Arizona. I am in the armpit of the earth. It's only 100 degrees out today, but it's humidity because we had that leftover of a tropical storm hit us. We got a lot of rain, but it cleared out, and now it's just nasty out. And it's supposed to be 112 by the end of the week. So we'll be right back to where we were. And then I guess another hurricane is coming up on Mexico. So what they do is the hurricanes hit Africa. I mean, not Africa. They hit the west coast of South America. They come up, they build there, they come up along, and on occasion, they come up the Baja Peninsula. And they'll come in here as a tropical storm or a tropical depression. And the problem is we're so dry here that those storms can be damaging just because of the flooding. So, because the water just rushes everywhere. It doesn't soak into the ground like you'd imagine. All right. What else do I have here? Oh yeah, it's fun stuff. If you weren't there for the opening, for the Korean opening, all these, I still got to go through some of these. But no, I thought there were alternate arts. I thought there were alternate arts on these. But no, they're all the same. Kind of felt stupid looking through stuff going, no, there is no alternate art there. But it was still fun to open. It was a blast. What was the other thing I wanted to show? I bought these. I finally went and bought some of these Dragon Shield protectors. They're nice. I've already put them on my decks. These are actually really nice. I even prefer them over, what do you call it, Pro, whatever the brand is, Pro whatever, Ultra Pro. I prefer them over Ultra Pro. These are nice. They actually fit. I don't think I have them in here. I think these are different sleeves. Yeah, this is from, I was playing the other night. No, this is the openings I did. But I like, let me see if I can find the deck with them on it. Yeah, this is it. I like that the sleeves actually run over the top of the card. On speculations on Core 2019, there's already a lot of spoilers out there, and I actually, I don't know whether I'm going to get a response, but I emailed Wizards promotion department, and I asked them about getting spoilers and promos, and I got a response from someone in their department saying, I sent them my YouTube link to my YouTube channel and all that. And I said I'd like to get spoilers when they come around and show them on my channel. And she said, well, we'll review your channel and see your content. I think they want to make sure you're not, risky, not a risky person to show on their channel. And I'm pretty milquetoasty, so that shouldn't be a problem. But hopefully they'll send me something. But yeah, I've seen the Gutter Snipes being reprinted. I've seen there's a Nicol Bolas. Again, I guess we just can't get enough Nicol Bolas. And I can't remember who the other one was. I think they're gonna have to go really control-y on 2019. There's gonna have to be a lot of control in there. We've seen a lot. There's a ton of aggro in Rivals and in regular Exelon. There's a ton of aggro stuff. I just see them having to dump a lot of control because you get rid of You know, let me just look at these rares from. Let me just look at Amonkhet, what we're gonna lose. I mean, we're gonna lose Soulscar Mage, which is huge. We're losing, you know, all these cards. You're gonna lose a lot of control. Pull from Tomorrow's gone, which you see Pull from Tomorrow in almost every blue deck. Goodbye, Regal Caracal. That's gonna be sad. You're gonna lose a lot of control. Half the control in the form, literally, I'd say 3/4 of the control in the format sits in the sets they're going to be phasing out. Yeah, and that Nicol Bolas is going to be better than Hour Devastation. It will be better, definitely. They're going to have to replace, you know, alternatives of everything in Standard in 2019 and ahead. And 2019 is not going to be the last set before the cycle. Because the cycle, I don't know, the communication's wrong on it, but the cycle doesn't take place until October. Yeah, and half the red aggro's gone as well. But the cycle doesn't take place until October. So M19's going to hit, and I can't even imagine once M19 hits what the meta is going to be like in Standard or even Modern, because whether Modern people are snobs about stuff, I do see Modern people and Commander people grabbing cards out of the new sets going, oh, that's pretty good. Oh, that's pretty good. You know, at the same time that they're snubbing the set, they're grabbing cards out of it and throwing them in their deck. Yeah, it's going to be, well, it's fall. It's, I think it's pretty much the first week of October is when they said they're hitting the hammer and getting rid of all of them. So I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of specific cards that are going to go up in Dominaria when that falls. I think, I've said this before, I think the lands, I think all the lands are going to go up. The moment the Kaladesh lands cycle out and those fast lands are gone from Standard, these are going to go up because you got all these colors in the fast lands. So they're like, why would I play this when I can play yeah, the revisit to Ravnica. When we go to the return to Ravnica, I think that's when they're going to phase out. That's when they phase everything else out. I think these are going to skyrocket because people are going to have to replace those fast lands with something. And Blackblade Reforged, I think in all formats, Blackblade Reforged is going to be massive. It's overlooked right now. It's what, like a 50-cent card. But the ability to take this card, if you cast it on turn 4 or even turn 3, and then actually, really, you could cast this on turn 2 like a Heart of Kieran, and then have a legendary out turn 3, and then put that on the legendary on turn 4, and it's automatically getting +4/+4 as long as you have a legendary. And in a desperation situation, you can pay the 7 to equip it on something else. And it's a ridiculous plus. I mean, it's a really, really deadly card. Sure, it's legendary, but who cares? You're just going to keep beating people in the face with it. And Forebear's Blade is not legendary. If you're playing a token deck, you put 4 of these in it every single time, and they'll just hop around and kill people. So it just jumps from one person to another, killing people. So now there's a lot of stuff in this meta that's going to skyrocket. Helm of the Host is, you can't beat Helm of the Host. Helm of the Host is a rock solid card. I'm just going to put it on this. As long as you don't kill it, you're going to deal with another one next turn. It's expensive to get out in Standard. I mean, everything is expensive in Standard. If it's above, you know, if it's above 4 mana, everybody goes, oh my god, that's expensive. And to a certain extent, that's true. But not now you have white-blue making all the games last extremely long, and Black Control, again, making all the games last extremely long. 4 mana is not that big of a deal anymore. Lyra, she's a pain in the butt. She's been a real pain in the butt, the whole format. I think Lyra is really underestimated. She's been reduced. I don't see her. I see her mainly sideboarded in white decks. What a lot of guys like to do is take Lyra, put them in their sideboard. I think that Tribal Angel's really good. I played my, excuse me a second. I played my mono green, the splash of black last night on MTGO, and the first two matches I played were real quick. I beat a mono red guy, and I beat I can't remember the other one. He's like a funky wizards deck, and the third guy I played was playing angels, and he had like every angel every angel currently available in standard mixed in there. And he was playing things like Ruinous Blast and a lot of clever little twists in there, and it was completely white, and he was killing it. He was pretty good. He threw Lyra out. I think at one point he had Lyra out. He had Shalai out. He had Angel of Condemnation and took one of my creatures. It was doing really, really well. So I think once you throw more in there, if you get more angels, I've always been in love with Sarah Angel. I just remember having her in Alpha and Beta. She was the queen. She was awesome. Shivan Dragon, being able to pump Shivan Dragon made it better, but I loved her. I put a play set of her in my white weenie decks. I used to play so much white weenie back then. This card, I actually tried making this card work in Brawl. It just doesn't work. I mean, it's great to be able to look at the top card of your library, but do you want to spend that 4 mana on turn 4 just to be able to do that in the future? It's not worth it. Tempest Jin, I think he's completely underrated. I mean, you're gonna cast him on turn 3 or 4, which means you're putting out a 3/4 flyer on turn 3 or 4. That's just gonna get more and more powerful every single turn. I think Angels could be really good. What I want to see is, I know this sounds crazy, but I want to see Black Fallen Angels eventually, because you used to have that. That would really hype up on the White Angel deck. If you put black, Fallen Angels in there, because then you could incorporate black removal with White Angels and be able to completely counter the white-blue control. Because right now, Rakdos Aggro, because of the decks that I built, and the decks I play online, and the decks I play at the store, and in my LGSs, I know that white-blue is the single most dominant deck. Rakdos Aggro is there, but you have to have the right draws. But I've seen white-blue even draw cruddy hands or have a, 2 mulligan hand and still come out on top. It's the most versatile deck in the format, so you're gonna have to come up with something that can counter it. And I think that because black control does pretty well against white-blue. If you can mix black control, there you go, mono black. But if you can mix mono black and white control together, you can counter everything that white blue does, and then beat them in the face. I mean, really, if you're going to come at me and the only win condition you have is a Gideon or a Teferi, well then I'm going to Vraska's Contempt your Gideon or your Teferi and take that away from you and duress the hell out of you, and you're not going to have a lot of options. And then I'm going to start swinging with my Angels, and then good game. I think she's a huge sleeper. Jaya is nasty. She is really nasty. I had a guy take her away from me, Christian, at LGS. He took her away from me, stole her with something. I can't remember how he did it, and played her. He managed to get her ultimate off, and then took his Torment of Hellfire back out of his graveyard and killed all of us at once. Her ability to play cards from the graveyard is game changing. If you're playing an instant deck, if you're playing a deck with a lot of instants and sorceries, late game having all those just sitting there, it's like having the biggest hand on the face of the planet. You just roll people over, and if you have 9 and you use the 8, you still got her alive. You're adding 3 mana every single time. Yeah, in a burn deck, it's ridiculous in a burn deck. if you can make it last long enough. And Squee, I mean, who doesn't love Squee? It's fun. I had a guy play me. I felt bad. He showed up at Standard Showdown with a Goblin deck, and I was playing my Rakdos aggro, and he had Goblin deck with Siege Gang and everything, and he got Squee out and like turn 3, and I just kept killing Squee and then burning him in the face, and then killing Squee and then burning him in the face, and it was over and over and over. Kind of felt bad. It felt a little mean, but it was fun. And this is the first when they had those buy a box promo treasure packs for the Exelon set. I pulled Vance's blasting cans for the first one. It was the most off-center promo I've ever seen in my life. It was horrible, but I kept it just because it was so off-center. Everybody loves to brag that, oh, the promo cards are wonderful. The quality of promo cards is so great. Well, not so much. Some of those, I've seen some promo cards that are pretty bad. I pulled the Growing Rights Vitlamok out of my second box I got of this and threw it online and sold it for 38 the same day. If you got a card that's worth that kind of money from Standard, it's not going to stay there. Yeah, it's true. It could go up in value later. It definitely could. Multani, I thought she'd catch on. I've seen her do a lot of damage, even in just LGS play. I've seen her do a lot of damage. I mean, reach and trample, and she's whatever land you control, and each land card in your graveyard. I've seen her come out as a 10-10 or 12-12 with reach and trample, and that's pretty hard to deal with, especially if you're playing mono red. You don't have a lot of things that can just straight kill something. You're gonna have to burn 3 or 4 burn spells to get her off the board, and good luck with that. And that's where, in my opinion, in burn, you have to try and work Jaya's Immolating Inferno in. It's a way in Standard to deal with, big stuff. I sold 4. I sold 4 of my Karns. I pulled. Okay, here's what happened with Karn. I normally, like I said, normally I have really poor luck when I'm opening product up until the last couple sets. When I bought Dominaria, I bought a case. Initially, I bought 2 boxes because they had the pre-release boxes, and you got the promo with the funky little promo, whatever it is, the Fire Song and Sun Speaker. And I wanted those, and I wanted the the boxes, and I didn't hit a single Karn in either of those. I hit Teferi and a Jaya, and nothing else. So I was pissed off, and I said, "Fine, give me a case." And I had sold. That's when I sold my one of my 2 moats, the moat that was in worse condition, and that's part of what I bought the case with. And the first box that I opened, I hit a foil Karn and a Karn, which I sold the foil Karn for 110, and the other Karn I kept, which I'm sure is one of these. And then every box I opened for the rest of the case, I got Karns. And then I bought a bundle. I wasn't even filming boxes on YouTube at that time. Then I bought a bundle and hit a Karn. Then we played a buy a box tournament, a brawl, one-on-one brawl buy a box tournament, and it went well, but it went till like midnight and we weren't even done, and I was just fed up. I had to go home and sleep, and I took my packs. I got 4 prize packs and pulled a Karn right there out of them, and then I think it hit another Karn opening a box on this channel. So I got a total of 9 Karns, including the foil. Traded 1 away, sold 4, and I think I have 1 other I traded away. So then I have these 3 left. The way I figure, you're probably not going to play a playset of Karn. You don't need a playset of Karn in most decks. And, people have different opinions on that, I'm sure. But I don't think you do. Weatherlight actually is an awesome card. I'm shocked at its value. is it's an awesome card. It's a 4-mana vehicle. It's a 4/5 with flying for 3. When he deals combat damage, you look at the top 5 cards of your library, and then you can pull any historic card out of it and put it in your hand. And it's a pretty good way to search your hand. You know, the Teferis, I sold 2 Teferis for $38 a piece. Can't beat that. Mox, I've got 4 of them in a deck, and I'm holding 1. Well, I've got the 1 in here, and I've got 4 in a deck. I put together a deck that essentially uses Moxes to get Hazoret out on turn 3. It's absolutely insane. But I played it online and I played it in LGS, and it works, but it's real conditional, and you've really got to draw the right cards, and if you don't pull the combo off, you lose. It has no staying power. If you don't pull that combo off and you don't get Hazoret swinging and everything going right away, you're dead. So I probably won't play it anymore. Thran Temporal Gateway, I think once the cycle happens, I think this is going to be a great card. It's just a scry. It's just being able to play anything from your hand onto the battlefield. There's a lot of big, nasty, historic cards you can play. You know, especially you could use this in a Commander deck and play some of the massive stuff in Commander, you know, for 4 mana. So I think there's a lot of really good cards in the set that are going to go up heavily in value. Dargaz, I had a guy at my LGS that wanted, he wanted 3 of them. I had 4, and he's desperate for 3 of them, and I'm like, I'm not going to play him. Here you go. And that's going to be hard to get out. 7 mana, 3 different colors. Even if you had Mox Amber out, you can only make 1 color. Yeah, Dominaria is extremely overpowered, and I think they did it on purpose. I think they wanted Dominaria to be high-powered, but because by the time the cycle hits, by the time everything cycles, they're gonna have to have a balance. They're gonna lose a lot of power, and from Aether Revolt and Kaladesh, losing all the energy stuff, losing everything from Aether Revolt and Kaladesh is gonna be massive. Blink of the Eye, I think, is the MVP of Dominaria for just overall value. Blink of an Eye is an insane spell. Being able to return anything to their hand for 2 and then spend 4 and draw a card at the same time. It's massive for a common, and I kept pulling this in foil. I don't know why. Every dang box I opened, I pulled this in foil. I've got like 7 more. But every single time I play blue, I get hit with Blink of an Eye. It's like counterspell. It's even better than negate. It's just pow. Put that back in your hand. Yeah, it's a very playable card. Nabon, I tried to make him work. I wanted to make him work in my wizard deck so bad. But if you look at the rest of the wizards, there aren't any wizards that trigger, that much. I guess maybe if you had one that triggered Panharmonicon, but I just couldn't come up with anything. Naru Meha, she's very playable. I think Naru Meha will stick. I got her on that deck too. And I wanted to get the professor to sign me some foil Tolarian Scholars. I'm trying to get him to give me an address I can ship my Tolarian Scholars to get them signed. He's got that goofy look on his face, but I hit that foil Demon Lord Bells and Lock. You cannot argue with Bells and Lock. He's definitely playable in just about anything. And being able to look through your cards. Now, I had this one screw me over because I kept not finding, I kept pulling big stuff and losing life. Small stuff. And I kept losing life. So, it was bad. Lost a lot of life, actually, and went through like half my deck, so. And Josu Vest, he's cool. I've had him blast me online, putting out all those Black Zombie Knight creature tokens. Somebody pops that off with the kicker, you're done. Unless you have a board wipe, you're done. And Karzarov, he's absolutely terrible. There's nothing about that guy that's good. I think he's the worst rare in the set. Not only is he 7, I don't know if you agree, Shing, but he's 7 mana cost for 4/4 with flying, and yeah, you have to damage something to put 1/1 counter on him, but then you have to be playing red in order to use his ability. So it's just not good. It's really terrible in my opinion. Absolutely terrible. Rat Colony's awesome. In my opinion, you can't complain about Rat Colony. Yeah, I'm heavily disappointed with that vampire. I think he stinks. Torgar's very playable. He's extremely playable. If you're playing Saprolings, you got to fit him in. He's just a giant derp that's easy to get out. And if you can throw a nice enchantment on him, you know, he becomes very, very, very usable. First Eruption Giggity. It's a good way to do damage. Unless you're playing a flying deck. I had put this into my burn deck and came up against a blue deck that used all flyers. I just held that in my hand. It's gonna do me a lot of good first turn. So, oh yeah, the rat decks are great for people on a budget. There's a lot of stuff in this deck that's great for people on a budget. There really are. And even Chain Whirler, he's the most dominant card, in my opinion, in the format. He's absolutely dominant. But he's only $5. And one of the most dominant card in a set for burn is only $5. That's not that bad. I mean, most people can afford $5. Yeah, I've got 4 Leers in a deck, and then I've got alright, I've got 2 here, 4 more in a deck, and I traded one to a guy for a couple cards, and I hit this foil Seal Away. I love it. It's so beautiful. I wanted them to do a promo of Seal Away. Yes, Red Aggro does need a lot of other expensive cards, but luckily Hazaret's no longer expensive. He's down to $9 now. $9 flippin' dollars. But then I hit that foil Hazy in my in one of my openings. I hit a foil Hazaret. It was an absolutely terrible box until I hit foil Hazaret. Yeah, I've had some boxes lately that if I hadn't hit the inventions I hit out of them would have been absolutely terrible. But this is what I hit at my LGS. I went to with my daughter there. I mentioned this when I was opening something else a while back, but I went to the store with my daughter. What was it, like 3 or 4 months ago? It was before I started filming. There's that Trinisphere. That was a lot of fun to open. And Walking Ballistas, I had a real habit of hitting those. And I've got a playset of them extra that I'm going to sell. I have a feeling this will be up to $30 or so. It's the most played card in the format. If you look at MTG Top 8, this is the single most played card in Standard right now. I don't see that not making the crossover to Modern. At least 1 or 2. There's no reason not to play it. I have 5 binders. My old stuff binder I won't show on video. I was advised by multiple people, including Rudy, just make people wonder whether you have it or not, because you don't want to go showing it off. Rudy's probably got an army behind him. I don't. I've got me in a 12 gauge. So I got a family to worry about. Anybody coming after me. It's not that crazy. I've just got a few things in there. I got a ton of Azor's Gateways, and that's that Arcbound Ravager. That was a lot of fun to open. I thought, I don't know why, but I thought it would be in Korean. That'd be even more interesting to not know what invention I hit. So, but like I said, I'm gonna have a good time when I put one of each of these in a deck and then throw it out. I did it with a Torrential Gearhulk, and the guy I was playing against, I threw a Russian Torrential Gearhulk out, and it was like his second time playing, and he looked at me like, "What is that?" It was funny. And then the judge goes, "Yeah, you probably shouldn't play that." So I don't know whether it's legal to play to play those cards. I don't know if it's legal to play a foreign language card in a regular tournament. I don't know if you guys know on whether it's legal. Say in the comments if it is. I'd like to know. And this guy has haunted me by opening Kaladesh. This guy just constantly open this guy. He's ridiculous. It's just constant. Yeah, and like I said, I open pretty much any product I can get at a good deal. I love opening just about anything, and I will play any format of Magic, but Commander. Regular Commander. I built a Commander deck with everything I had from my old stuff to my new stuff, and went and played it, and I'm sorry to say this, and I might piss people off, there's no skill to Commander. Pow. There's no skill to Commander. People just put a deck together and, oh, I play this. Oh, I play this. You know, there's no skill to it. I just make a deck with a bunch of powerful cards and play them. I know a lot of people won't like that, but that's my humble opinion. So, and I went and bought one of these. I've never pulled a Nicol Bolas. I have another box of Hour Devastation coming. I'll be picking it. It's coming tomorrow, and I'll be opening it. I bet you I won't pull one. I've had a horrible time opening him. I've hit more hits. How many do I have? I've hit more of these Samuts. I've hit. This isn't even all of them. I traded a couple of them. This is all the Samuts I've pulled out of a couple boxes and some random packs, including a foil mythic. This is how many Samuts I've pulled. It's ridiculous the way you can pull stuff. The horrible cards that you'll pull. Yeah, it is. I think it's going to end up worse than Dragon's Maze, because unlike Dragon's Maze, there's no shock lands. You open Dragon's Maze, you can hit shock lands. And I bought a box of Dragon's Maze. It was before I started filming for the channel. Bought a box of Dragon's Maze. The guy had it on eBay for $58 shipped. And, well, that's what it ended up. It was an auction. That's what it ended up. $58 shipped. I got it and opened 6 Shocklands out of it. 6 Shocklands, and I had a Voice of Resurgence too. So I almost made my money back on it. And I made the Hour Devastation box that I opened where I hit the Invocation. I would have made, I think it was $36 back on the box if it wasn't for the Invocation. And that still didn't even bring me up even. And here's there's a lot of fun stuff you can pull out of the modern sets, but there's not a lot of value. Now, that's Saheeli Rai. I had no idea. I pulled this out of a box, and that was a lot of fun pulling hers. Turns out she's $20 in foil. She's $3 in regular and $20 in foil. People are so crazy about the foil prices in modern. And if people want it in modern, they will pay out the rear for it. And Scarab God, I built I've got 2 of them in my... I should show you guys some of my decks I put together. Because I know, Shing, I know you're into decks. And why not? I got nothing else to do tonight. Probably play some Elder Scrolls later. Sorry, the camera's... Well, here's my Wizards deck. This is what I tried... No, is this Wizards? Or is this Mono Green? Oh, that's right. It's that Brawl deck that I played. Yeah, that's right. With my foil Scarab God. I showed that before. Hold on, let me get my other deck out here. That's not it, I don't think. No, that's my... Well, I'll show you my version of Rakdos. This is my Rakdos deck I've been playing. I like to keep Magma Spray in there. I know a lot of people took Magma Spray out of Rakdos. But I really like it. You have to have Murder Bolt. It's unbelievable. There's so many. You just have to have a Bomat Courier out, and I think that's why a lot of people prioritize removing Bomat Courier. Because I get a Bomat Courier out on turn 1, I get a Scrap Heap Scrounger out or a Soulscar Mage or whatever out on turn 2, and then I hit you with a Licensed Disintegration, and not only does your creature die, but you take 3 to the face, and it just destroys all your opponent's momentum. That's what I use that card to do. I don't use that card necessarily for removal. I use that card for to kill momentum, because you think you're rolling when you put your Steel Leaf out there. Well, I'm going to hit you with Licensed Disintegration. Your Steel Leaf's going to die, and you're going to take 3. And I only spent 3. And I got 4 Phoenixes in this deck. I pulled this full promo Phoenix out of pre-release. My LGS during Rivals, they couldn't sell the stinking pre-release packs from that set, and they had put a bunch of them on sale, and I ended up getting a killer deal with store credit, the store credit that I had built up, that I still have there, and I threw down on 4 of these, and I opened the Kamina out of one of them. That was when Kamina was still $30, and I opened the foil on the Kindling Phoenix. That was awesome, and immediately the guys at the store are standing there licking their lips. Dude, sell it to us, sell it to us, sell it. I'm like, nope. Not doing that. I am keeping that for a very long time. I don't think I'll ever get rid of it until maybe it cycles out, which will be a long time. I just see no reason to get rid of it. It's so beautiful. See if I can take it out of the sleeve. You can actually see the look of it. It's one of the most beautiful foil cards I've ever opened. It's so beautiful. The wings and everything. It's absolutely beautiful. There we go. The foil effect on it is just unbelievable. And everybody that I've seen that's seen it in my binder, is this for trade? Is this for trade? No, it's not for trade. So I've even been playing the deck. Oh, is that for trade? You mind? Can I trade that? No. And I never hit a foil chain whirler, I don't think. No, actually, I did hit a foil chain whirler. That's right. I hit that of a loose pack. No, because that's a promo. That was one of the 4 promo that I hit. One of the 4 I've bought 4 promo packs from this product as well, and that's one of the ones I hit. That was fun to hit. I didn't know how heavily played he was going to be. He's an all-pro too. The combo with him and his Soulscar Mage and him. You have a Soulscar Mage out, and they have a whole bunch of 2/2s, or I have even had a guy had 2 Soulscar Mages and get 2 Chroniclers out and a bunch of 1/2s, and I just made all your creatures 0/1s. What are you gonna do now? And then I play another Chain Whirler, and they all die. Soulscar Mage, his ability, I'm sure you guys know this, whoever's watching knows this, but the ability to give things -1 counters instead of pure damage is insane. It's absolutely insane. And I have had people's Winding Constrictors die horribly. I mean, just make their deck futile with this card. Because not only am I going to blast your Verdurous Gearhulk for 3 with a Lightning Bolt, but instead it's going to take 4, and they're going to be -1 counters. So now your Verdurous Gearhulk that you made a 6/6 is now a 2/2. And it's just a ridiculous ability. I put the Abrades in there. I don't know about Abrades. Let me know what you think about keeping Abrade in there. I think it's more of a sideboard, but I can't quite decide. There's too many times when I get it, and there's nothing to shoot it with, to shoot with it. And if they don't have a lot of artifacts, I mean, what are you going to do? So I'm thinking of taking that out. Here at Heart of Kirin, which used to be an exciting pull. I got to put my Korean Heart of Kirin in there. I just thought about that. So, oh yeah, and the mono red, when I went to purchase some of the stuff I recently opened on purchase but trade for, I had a guy there who I've played with many times, just happened to be there, asked me if I wanted to play, and I'll play anytime. Ran home, got my decks, came back, and I played with him, and he played mono and he had incorporated a little wizardry in the Wizard's Lightning, and I pulled my mono white out, and he absolutely stomped all over it. It was so fast I couldn't even see straight. And then I pulled this out. I drew horribly, but he stomped me with that too. And of course, he said all 3 games that he played when they had standard showdown at that shop on Sunday, which I wish I knew that. He said all 3 matches he played there, he got utterly stomped. His deck wouldn't get going. And then I show up and played him, and he makes me look horrible. I sideboard Angrath every time I play this deck. I hit him in foil. It's not because he's in foil. What, HOK? What's HOK? Why am I feeling stupid right now? Oh, Heart of Kieran? Yeah. He was. Thank you, Commander. Thank you, Commander, whatever they call it, Challenger deck. Yeah, he's still 20 online. Heart of Kieran's still $20 online. I hit that full Aethersphere Harvester. I thought that was a better hit than it was. Like, really? It's only like $4? And I sideboard Glorybringer. I probably should put all the Glorybringers in the main deck. Let me know what you think about the Glorybringers. I've been sideboarding 2 and keeping 1 in. 1 a braid on the sideboard. I think I'm putting too much into a braid. I think I need to replace a braid with Wizard's Lightning. But the only problem with Wizard's Lightning is it's nowhere near as good as Lightning Bolt unless I have a Soulscar Mage on the field. And I actually only play 3 Soulscar Mages. I could play 4. I should play 4. But I've only been playing 3 in the Rakdos version. Then I played 2 Duresses. I got these full promo Duresses for free. And I played Doomfall. And Siege Gang Commander is a sideboard. Just because it's surprising. Nobody's going to expect you to sideboard that in. Sometimes I like to just surprise people. It's fun to just put it in people's faces. You know, hey, why didn't you put that in? You know, that kind of shock, that shock value. And hold on 1 second. I need to move something here because I'm using a prop here that I need to that I have half my decks in. I'm a little ghetto here on my setup, doing what I can with what I have. Let me do this. All right, there we go. Aha, there we go. Scoop this up real quick. So yeah, this is my favorite deck. It's my favorite deck to play. It's easily my most expensive deck. I put this together over time, out of the stuff I had, and then went and picked up a few other cards. And I've thought about putting some Hazarets in this, sideboarding, or putting 2 Hazarets and 2 Phoenixes in. I don't know about doing that. So this is my main deck binder. This is my main deck box. Bummed me out. I bought this box, and within a month, it's already busted. And the LGS kind of shrugged their shoulders when I mentioned it, which sucks. So I went and bought a black one, and I'll see if it'll do better. And it's my Constrictor deck. It's just classic Constrictor with Jade Light Rangers and all the good stuff. The Vraskas. I bought the Vraskas after she dropped in price, thankfully. Contempts. I had really good luck hitting Contempts. I got these Winding Constrictors in foil. I bought them for like 40 cents a piece just to have them. It's kind of fun. Fatal Pushes. I had almost no Fatal Pushes until I went to I was told this before, but I went to Walmart with my daughter, and they had a bunch of Aether Revolt bundles that were on essentially clearance, and I bought one of them at the time, opened it, hit 2 inventions and 3 Fatal Pushes in that one bundle, and my daughter's good luck on it because I told her pick one, and she's at the time just barely 4 years old. She grabbed one of them and she goes, "Yeah, I give it a kiss for good luck." And she picked up, kissed the box. I thought it was pretty silly, and she took it over to the register. And I get in the car and she's opening her little. She gets those stupid keychains that come in a package, the mystery keychain things. She opens one of those, and I start cracking my packs and hit the one invention, and I'm flipping out. And then it was a worm coil engine, and then I cracked 3 fatal pushes, and then hit the second invention, which was a pithing needle. And I was going absolutely ape in the parking lot, absolutely ape. But then I had to go to work. I didn't want to leave them in the car because they'll curl, so I took them inside. So I had to entrust my inventions in my office for 8 hours in my phone room. Luckily, they didn't get stolen. So this is my what do you call this? The black blue. I can't remember the name of the format. No, that's right. This is my rat colony deck. This is the one I'm giving away. I am still definitely giving this away once we hit enough subs. People remember that full fetid pools. That was fun to hit. And I was worried about not having enough fetid pools in my own collection, but every time I open Almond Kid, I hit another one. So not worried about that now. All the rat colonies. Let me see if I can put the foil in here. I know. Yep, there we go. I hit this. This was fun. It's like, are you kidding? I got a full rat colony. That was cool. I couldn't find anybody else that's opened a full rat colony, but I'm sure they're out there. I put 20 rats in this deck. I've probably got another 25 more. Bantu's Monuments, they're key to the deck. You have to play the Bantu's Monuments to really get this deck running. Secrets, I love Secrets of the Golden City. It's a great card, and you're gonna get the city's blessing with this deck. It's guaranteed. Siren Storm Tamers, Negates, Fatal Pushes, Gruesome Fates, Tetsuko's, Humble the Host, Vraska's Contempt, Tormented Hellfire, Moment of Craving, Essence Scatters, Unwinds, Gifted Aetherborns, Scarab God, of course, Swamp, Island. It's a great deck. It'll be a lot of fun. It'll be great for whoever wins this. And I hope somebody will win it that needs a competitive, fun deck, because after I built this and announced it for the giveaway, for eventual giveaway, I took it and played it, and I beat some pretty good decks with it. It is no joke. It's a competitive deck. Oh yeah, it's a mix, but its core is rats, that's for sure. You know, plain rat deck wouldn't be a very good giveaway, would it? I gotta have some punch in it. So, I mean, I'm using the rats to beat you, but I'm maneuvering around them. And this is my Wizards deck, which worked really well. Got the Soulscar Mages. Like I said, I put the Naru Mehas in there. Wizards Retorts, Abrades, one Supreme Will. Whoops. Some of this deck actually I pulled out to put into others. Magma Sprays, Wizards Lightnings, Champions of Wits, and then Ton of Land, Ops. I put this Opt in there. When I opened a bunch of my old stuff, I hit that old Opt. And it was funny because I just played it. It says Opt. I throw it down when I'm playing, and the guy across from me that's playing white-blue, he goes, "That's not a standard legal card." I'm like, yes it is. It's an Opt. "No, it isn't." And he spins around and he's like, oh yeah, oh, okay. It's just kind of funny. I mean, 3 different art Ops in there, but this one had him quite shocked. So it was hilarious. It was one of those moments where I'm like, okay, settle down, bro. You're taking this game way too serious. He's the same guy. He won with white blue the last time I played Standard Showdown. But he was so serious he wouldn't even smile. I always crack jokes. I always try and lighten the mood in the room and crack jokes, and he wouldn't laugh. He wouldn't even break out of his little shell. It's like, I don't get some people like that. If you're gonna go play with others and have fun, try and play with others. It's not like you're at a GP. Oh yeah, my brawls I didn't pick up. Mr. Bevers sent me this foil brawl. I had told him I was looking for brawl. Yeah, exactly. It's a social game. It's a social game, and when you're coming out, yeah, Mr. Bevers sent me this brawl of compliance. I think he opened a bundle for me, and I got nothing out of it. It was like the worst bundle I've ever seen opened, and he sent me this as little compensation. That's Mr. Bevers, awesome guy. But yeah, it is a social game, and I've seen so many guys come to play at an LGS. They're so serious, and I've told guys before, maybe you'd have more fun playing online where you don't have to talk to human beings. One guy, I was playing him, and we had finished our game, and I said, "Hey, do you want to play?" I think I beat him. I don't remember who won, but it was a while ago. I said, "We finished our game. You want to just play some hands, use a different deck or something like that?" He goes, "That'd be fun, but I'm just gonna listen to music." He takes his big headphones and puts them on and puts his head down and starts looking at his cell phone. And I'm like, "Okay, dude, all right, talk to you later." And it's just I don't like that. I don't like that kind of stuff. It's if you're gonna come play with others, do it. But to each his own. If that's how you like to be, then that's how you like to be. If that's the kind of person you are, then be who you are, I guess. Oh, that's right. Some of it's in here. I'm trying to find my old stuff box. I moved stuff around, but I don't think it's in here now. Never mind. I bought these sleeves. I was really bummed at it. These are the first sleeves I bought after I came back to play. And you can't see it. They've started falling apart at the top. You can't see it on all the sleeves, but the art on them has started falling apart. And it makes them unplayable. I'm not going to play cards. I'm not going to play sleeves that you can just look at it and go, "Oh yeah, that's right. My negate is in that sleeve." That's not cool. And I love giving these to a game store. Anytime I have these left over, I just take them and stick them in the card pile. Because one thing I've noticed, a lot of people love to go play a draft, take 20, 15, 20 basic lands out of the giveaway section, not necessarily giveaway, but land for the shop, and then not return them. And you wonder why hundreds of lands go away every day, and then they have to refill them. So I did on Isle of Games a big favor and gave them all of my lands that I opened for the past couple months, and now they'll never have to worry about lands again. So it's really not going to be a problem here on out, but give them these and it's done. But one thing I never did, I'm going to crack these. One guy at LGS opened one of these that had a bunch of yeah, what else am I going to do with the basic lands though, Shing? I mean, come on. How many basic lands do you need? It gets a little extreme. I have my basic lands from Alpha and Beta. They're actually worth money. Unfortunately, I got almost no unlimited. I didn't touch unlimited. I don't remember the set. I bought a lot of revised when revised was out, and then 4th edition and all those sets and oh yeah, open enough products at steep discount and make the profit they need at the LGS. Oh yeah, of course they do. They make a handsome profit. But one thing you got to remember about your LGS is half the people that I see go in that shop, literally half the people, come in there, maybe buy a drink, if that, and then play the free games because they have free games that you can play, board games and stuff like that. And they might pay $5 for an entry fee for standard, or $10 for a premium event or something. But a lot of them come in and just play free games, and that's fine if that's what you want to do. But a business exists to make money, and unfortunately, that's why LGSs have to charge more than some places do. The bigger LGSs, like Amazing Discoveries, they'll do deals, but still, I can't give them to give real discounts unless it's really old product they just can't get rid of. So what one guy at my LGS opened, he had a bunch of them where the text up here was screwed up and the whole box there was screwed up, and he ended up selling them in a clump online and got like $40 for the pack of basic lands. But I've never seen anybody else pull them, and I've opened, I think this is bundle number 6, and I haven't seen it. So, but I definitely don't underestimate Wizards' ability to print bad stuff. But some of these lands actually have really good art. I love, good arts on forests and stuff. The arts on these are pretty cool. I hit this in foil, and I had a guy at my LGS trade me. I don't remember what it was, but he traded me something I needed for it in foil with the lightning and all that. It was really cool looking. Yeah, I think that's about all I'm going to do for tonight. I'm going to go play some Elder Scrolls or something, relax till wifey gets home, and that was fun. Got the foil in the gate, which was a good time, and been about an hour and a half here, the longest I've ever live streamed. So, thanks for joining me, Shing, and everybody else that came along. Hope you guys had a good time, and next live stream I'll have even more fun stuff to open. So yeah, it was great chatting with you, Shing, and everybody keep an eye out. Shout me out where you can when you have time to help get subscribers up and get these giveaways going. Good night, man. Talk to you later.